Step your feet mat distance apart. Hover the heels and swivel them in, and begin with some bend and extends with the knees, the body weight in the front part of the foot, the tail lifted and heart triumphantly expanding in all directions. Throat open, belly open. Bring the arms to a hitchhiker wide service arm, elbows forward. Curl your wrists back and take some pulsations here that enable you to feel the tone of your whole wingspan. Twist at the waist. Keep the hips back and rooted, and flap your wings, feeling the tone on the sides of the body. Rotate in the opposite direction, feeling the expansion of the whole central channel as you tone the wings and twist, maintaining the root of the sits bones, maintaining the root of the toes. Continue to flap your wings, bringing prana, life force energy into your body, and then arc to the right. Keep a long arc on the right side of the body and tone the whole right wing. Inhale, lift up through the center, and then arc to the left. Open the jaw in the central channel. Tone the left side of the wing from the armpit to the hip. You're toning. Turn to face the front of your space. Separate the feet hip distance apart. Slide the groins back and touch the floor, dome to spring. Walk the feet back, hero foot if possible, lowering the knees down without lowering the tail. All fours pose. Find length through the central channel and take some pulsations forward and back, remaining open from the crown to the root. An internal expansion of the central channel. And then parallel parking, the hips will move back and to the side. Back first and then to the side. You can spend a little bit more time pulsing on anything that feels tight in the hips and comparing the sides, seeing how they feel different. And then centering the hips and taking some seaweed sways with the ribs. We're gliding them left and right. No need to rush. You could spend a little bit more time on a side that feels a little bit sticky, tilting the head the opposite direction that the ribs are going. Looking for more space in that beautiful radiant heart. Spring load the hips back, dome the hands. We'll take the left hand to a headrest position. Push the head into hand, hand into head as you float up into a high knees position. We'll take some pulsations in high knees. Push your right wing down and forward as you exhale, sit the hips back. Inhale, push the wing down and rise the ribs. Tilt your head back and bow the belly supremely. We'll switch arms, bring the right hand to headrest. Left seed pushes down into an imaginary surface so you can use the tone of your left tricep, the tone of your left back armpit area to help you bow yourself open without losing the groin hollows here. So we're keeping the bowspring in the whole entire central channel. Reach both seed hands forward, touch the floor, dome to spring. Coming back to all fours position. You can walk your knees back. Maintaining the ankle hollows here. And step forward with the left foot, humble cat left. Kickstand your right foot to the side slightly by sliding the right foot more off of the mat. And first start with some pulsations here with humble cat legs. Then take your left hand to the right side of the ribs. Use that hand to help you excavate. You're pulling the ribs up. You're creating more of a rainbow in the left ribs. Keep your hips drawn back so that the right shoulder is behind the right hand completely. And then you can keep that right arm so strong and springy. The hips are rooted back almost towards the right heel. And you can lengthen the throat and even arc the throat as well. You're bowing and you're arcing. Lean the head back and pull the hips back more towards the back of your head. You'll bow your belly and your throat more. Take a hand to the outer left thigh and use that to help you pull an inward spiral internal rotation of the glutes and the thigh. Root down at the same time with your left paw, and then dig, drag, and lift to an open leg left. Maintain the bind of the left hand behind the thigh to help you feel that tensegrity and the whole body working together. You're floating in space and you're holding that rubber band tone tension. Sit to step the left paw back into the earth and place the left hand. Simplifying in all fours in between, finding your equal alignment, your balanced alignment. Before stepping the right paw forward just a little bit, kickstanding the left foot, finding humble cat right. Fill in between the shoulder blades, get full in the heart. Keep tone in the arms and take some pulsations. You deepen the hips. Right hand comes to the left side rib this time, and you're excavating, you're pulling it up, you're creating an arc not only under your left ribs, so that's the bottom of your rainbow, but you've also got an arc on the right ribs too. From the right hip to the top of the head, you're arcing. There's a double rainbow going on. The back is full. The hips are rooted and steady by the engagement of both of the feet. So the back foot has got its hero fiesta flair, and the front foot is in a strong dig drag that keeps you sturdy and steady. The left shoulder is behind the left hand. Reach the right hand to the right thigh. Give yourself some internal rotations. Give a good booty lift here, and you'll be surprised at how much that helps you feel secure, how much that helps it make it easier when the glutes are lifted. Finally, grab behind the right knee and then lift the right leg up into an open leg. Maintain the bow of the belly and the arc to the left. I like to test my left elbow to make sure I'm not locked out by giving myself a little pulse in the left elbow. Maintain the hollow of the right foot even when it's lifted in the air. Place the right foot and simplify back to all fours position, finding the balance on both sides. Ice pick to lower the left seed hand and then the elbow. We'll keep the right arm in its spring hand, strong arm, long arm position here. And it's kind of hard for a lot of people to keep the right arm straight here. We'll switch sides, right hand seed, and then elbow without lowering the wrist. Couple pulses in the Sphinx arms position. Maintain that inward curve of the low back here. And then I'm going to lift the heart in order to take the left hand, dome hand to spring hand. Left arm is straight, strong, and long here. Right arm is still in that ice pick Sphinx arm formation. You'll feel a nice deep twist in the torso here. Possibly it's causing me to yawn in this video. I'm moving through some energy. This one feels really good. Lift the heart to bring the hand back, dome to spring. Simplifying in all fours position. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips coming into your crouching cat. Sits bones widen, collarbones pull up and forward, stretching yourself out along the whole central channel. Getting a nice good stretch along the backs of the legs. Twisted cat to the right. Turn your toes and knees to the right as you tilt the crown of your head towards your left hand. We'll do that rib grab again. So right hand's gonna touch the left ribs and use that hand to help you lift them. Step the left foot back off of the mat and then lower the knee. Twisted kitty. This is kind of like a twisted cat with a knee on the ground, but both of the heels are pointing in the same direction. Now step your right heel in front of your left knee, ready cat. Place both hands on the floor and take some pulses here. You might find it necessary to bring both of your hands to a block in ready cat to keep the inward curve of the low back. Lift back up onto your feet and take a twisted cat to the left. Use the left hand to support the right side of the radiant ribs. Finding that double rainbow again. Use the left hand to help boost the radiant ribs up. Tilt the crown of the head towards your right hand and remain long in the throat. Even open up the front of the throat more to increase the bowspring shape in the throat and the belly. Lower the top of the right foot to the floor and then the knee. And start to spin the ribs up towards the sky. Throat opens before stepping the left heel in front of the right knee. Ready cat. Couple pulsations here in the ready cat position. The hips draw back. Your radiant heart stays buoyant. The head stays buoyant and open and free. Pulling the hips and the ribs in opposite directions. You'll find a lightness to this and a deep opening in the hip sphere. Swivel the right foot back and step the left foot back to come to an all fours position once more. Bring the feet to the floor and set your left hip on the floor, and then slide and glide to come to your side. Head comes first, ribs last. Roll onto the back, hands towards the sky, and supine shift to the center of your space. Maintain depth in the groins and an inward curve of the low back. Lift the arms to the sky and start pulsing your booty to the floor. So this is moving energy in the hara, or the hip center. We're working through the root chakra and really just bouncing that booty on the floor without lifting the hips. So the groins are deep even through this bouncing position. You can bounce as light or as hard as you want, just looking for that sacral root energy. Find stillness in the center. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead, and exhale, push them down through an imaginary resistance. Inhale, lift them up overhead, keeping the tone in the wings. Exhale, push them down. So you're pumping the arms up and down, maintaining fullness in the back heart. So there's a rounded quality between the shoulder blades. There's a toned quality in the whole arm wing span. And you're moving energy with your breath. You're moving prana. Exhale down, inhale up. And a couple more times with these arm pumps. It is not only working your arms, it's also working your lungs as you move your breath in accordance with your movement. A couple more articulations of the arms and the shoulders. Moving through any stuck or stagnant energy. Finding yourself in a centered position, we're going to hover the heels, lift the booty off the floor, and then swivel the heels to the right, and the knees will go to the left. Find some pulsations, maintaining the depth in the groins and the inward curve of the low back. Open your throat and really work through this pulsation with all 10 toes on the floor before swiveling to the other side. Hover the heels, swivel them to the left. The knees will pulse to the right. The toes stay on the floor. You stay rooted through the whole leg. The toes, the foot, the leg, and the glutes are all turned on here as you articulate at the waist once more to the other side. And then go back and forth. Finally, swivel the knees to the left. And then cross your left ankle over the right knee and pick the right foot off the floor, toning the legs in the air, maintaining the depth of the groins and the inward curve in the low back. Find some pumping with the right leg. Tone the left heel into the right knee and keep both glutes lifted and bowed up as you stretch and bow your belly. Breathe in, pump, and pulse. Awakening the whole posterior chain, awakening the whole central channel. Return the right paw to the floor. Turn back and lower the left foot to the floor. Swivel the heels to the left, knees to the right. cross the right ankle over the left knee. Resist them into one another. Couple pulses here before picking up the left foot off the floor and digging and dragging as you pump the left foot, using that to help open the right hip. You're toning both legs in the air. You're pumping yourself into an open position in the central channel. You're using the tone in the bottom of the feet to assist with the tone in the legs, keeping the throat open and the belly bowed. Breathing and enjoying your breath along the ride. Returning the left foot and then the right foot to the floor. Swivel the heels back and lower the booty to the floor. Extend your left leg and then the right leg into the air. Tone the legs in the air as if you're pressing your heels into something solid. Tone the backs of your legs as you twist knees to the right, reach your hands to the left, and begin a bicycle like you're pushing really rusty, hard to pedal bicycle, and you're really toning the backs of the legs as you do it. Then bring the knees up through the center, switch to the other side, knees to the left, arms to the right, and turn that sticky bicycle pedal. Really feel the whole tone all the way up to your butt while you're bicycle pedaling. Open into the belly and the throat. Finally, cup the knees with the hands, freedom's pose. Start to rock yourself to the left and the right and maintain the bowspring shape in the belly and the throat as you rock. You can really go for it here, rolling all the way to one side and then the other before placing the feet on the floor, untucking the tailbone, extending the legs long. So we're coming to rest in that bowspring shape. I've still got that inward curve with a low belly. You can even do some abdominal massage and shaping here. You're setting yourself up for success and rest. Opening the collarbones and bringing the backs of the hands to the floor. Ensuring an open throat as well will assist you in the assimilation of these movements into your body, mind, and spirit. Allow yourself to relax and rest and soften all over.